worth falling for. Oh, and with open arms I'll carry yours.
So I had to do a voiceover because the music was really loud. So this video has a bunch of Goodwill trips I did. In my previous video, I told you about my son being in the hospital, and these videos I did before he went in the hospital. I had mentioned in that previous video that I did a whole bunch of thrifting trips. And had got a bunch of stuff. So these videos are, I don't know, 3 or 4 of the Goodwill videos. And it was out in Wheaton, Illinois, somewhere. I can't remember. I've been to so many places. But I'm pretty sure it was out there somewhere. So I had been doing all these thrifting trips, trying to get a collection back, because with all the auctions on Instagram and whatnot I've been doing, I have went through a lot of my stock. So I have been like on a daily basis going to places. I mean, when I'm not at work. So that's what these. So just so you know, that's why there's so many videos in a row. And my next video will also be a few Goodwill trips and a rummage sale. But yeah. So these videos would have taken place a few weeks ago, before my son had went into the hospital. He's much better now, and his hearing hasn't came completely back, but it's getting there. It's about 85% back. But the doctors, he went to another appointment with them, and they said they believe it'll just, over time, it'll just come back. So yeah, so this was the first Goodwill I went to, and honestly, I can't remember exactly everything I got in each store, so I just put a whole bunch of pictures of stuff I got on this day. There was more, but I've already sold a lot of it by this time. And anyway, so I tend to look for areas, like when I go to towns and stuff, I usually am going and looking for clusters of Goodwills and thrift stores and whatnot, to so that I don't have to drive long, periods of time in between. So I usually map it out, and then I go from store to store. And so in this one, it was these stores actually were all new to me, because I had not ever came to this area before, so I didn't really know my way around. I usually, when I go to a town that I've been to, I know the Goodwills. I know what they look like. I know the routes. I know where certain items are going to be, glassware or vases or kitchenware and stuff. So when I go into new stores, I have to first get the lay of the land. So, and then, and do an initial scan, and then I keep going through 2 or 3 times, to figure out what I can resell. Now, some Goodwills have carts that they put out on the ends. You saw them there, those green carts, where you're allowed to dig through. But there's other Goodwills that do not like you to touch their carts. So if they leave the carts like that, they usually leave them at the end of at the end cap. And if they're there, then that means you can dig through them. Like these, you can dig through them. But if it's on a cart that you see a person that works there rolling it around, I usually don't touch those carts. If I see something on the cart that they're rolling around and that I want, I'll ask them, is it all right for me to take this, And usually they say yes. Sometimes they'll say, yeah, but, next time, just wait till we put it out, which is fine. That hasn't happened that many times. They usually, it saves them from having to go put it on the shelf somewhere. So I don't always like looking through carts because there's always so much stuff in it. It's hard to hold the camera and dig through it. So usually I have to turn the camera off and then dig through it. And so that's always, but it's fun to do it. But often there's like a ton of people looking through the carts as well. So I was looking for any lucite candles. I've never come across lucite candles, but it does happen. So I look. I like when the Goodwills have the color coded at the end and the ends, just because I don't know, I think it's neat and organized, and you can get a quick glance of what's there, and I don't know, it's like attracting to the eye, I guess. So I always like looking on the end caps and seeing what I see. So I'm going to look around a little bit, and I will get back to you. Look, another one. Missing its head. Hi again. So I did take those 2 trinket boxes. They ended up selling, and I think they were about $1.99 each or so. And I did sell them in an auction. I think I sold them for $20. So that wasn't bad. That was, I aim for certain goals for certain things. Like those, I knew I would they weren't like a money maker or anything, but they would be a profit if I sold them together. I didn't find them together. They were like on separate shelves. But the trinket boxes always sell well for me. I don't know. It's a thing. People collect them or something. And I think people make collections out of them, because I have never not sold trinket boxes. Whether it's a trinket dish or a trinket box or a trinket, bag or anything, they always sell. So as long as they are intact and, clasped and closed, people want them. I was looking at that bowl because it seemed crystal, and it was crystal, but it was just so big, and I'm trying my hardest not to get huge items anymore. So I left it behind. And plus it was clear, and I have enough clear glass. As I've said before, that I try to stay away from, unless it's like Waterford or Aurifers or, some name brand like Crystal. Because those always sell well for me, then I don't get it. Or unless it's something unique. Like, or if it's like maybe Princess House or Costa Boda, those are also some clear glass that I would get. If it's a special Princess House, I wouldn't just get any Princess House. Anyway, so I do look in the clear just for any unique glass, but I do try to steer away from it. I think I don't stay in this store much longer, so I'm going to head to the next one. I just remembered there is one more thing I find in this store. It is, I think I'm going to find it in a second here. It is a set of these pig spotted cow. Sorry, saying it all wrong. These pig mudworks pottery mugs. I do find those and I do take those because they were unique and they had the marking on the bottom and they were cute. And animal mugs, those do sell well for me. So I did take them. I'll show you to them in a second. I don't get mugs very much anymore unless they are something unique like this. Then I will get them and sell them. Mostly they sell for me on eBay or Facebook, not normally in auctions. In the auctions, mugs don't sell hardly at all. So I don't tend, unless it's something really unique, I don't tend to put mugs in my auctions. So, so I'm going to get headed to the next store and I will see you there. So this Goodwill turned out really good for me. I found several good pieces here. I think I'm trying to go around that guy. But yeah, I found this art glass, this kind of abstract basket. Now these baskets, people often, you'll often find this, a sticker that says made in, it's a really long name, but it tries to portray like it was Murano, but it is not. They are not made. They're made in Italy, but they are not Murano. But they still sell well for me, those baskets. I have had a lot of them, and I've sold a lot of them. But yeah, I also found several pieces of art glass. I'm looking, sometimes I forget to show items that I look at. I don't realize I'm holding the camera with one hand and pushing the cart with the other, and I forget to raise the camera up when I'm, picking things up. But I try to show things that I do actually get, like this art glass flower. That was great. Those also always sell well for me. Some of those are Murano, but mostly they're like the white basket, made in Italy, but not Murano. But people love art glass flowers, so I always pick them up when I can. I've been really trying hard to look in the woods and like ephemera or, kitschy kind of stuff. I've been trying to find, because that's kind of stuff does well on Instagram. Not so much on eBay. Not so much on Whatnot, but it does do well on Instagram. So I'm trying to balance, because I'm doing live sales on Instagram. I'm doing auctions on Whatnot, and I'm trying to balance things that I get between the two. But it's nice to have the choice, that not everything is just to Whatnot. Not everything is just to Instagram or eBay. eBay, it's everything. You can sell everything on there. But when I do auctions on Whatnot, it's mostly geared towards glass. I on occasion sell ceramics if it's a name brand thing or something really kitschy. But mostly people in my category and Whatnot, they want glass. So but on Instagram, since I've been doing live sales there, I found that kitschy stuff and, cross stitches and stuff, crewels and stuff like that, they do really well on there. Glass does well too. It's just more a mix of both. It's not just one. So that I like that. I like that I have more choices now. Right now, I've been solely going on Whatnot because I'm trying to get to 1,000 sales. Now, when you look on my profile on Whatnot, it says I have 1,000 sales, but technically I don't, because they don't count giveaways. So when I did get there, I asked them and they said, yeah, you had 47 giveaways. And so I had to build that back to get to the 1,000 sales. So that was frustrating. This bowl was Murano, and I did take it. I think I still have it. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I got to go look. Anyway, once you get to 1,000 sales on Whatnot, then you are able to get instant pay. Right now on Whatnot, when you sell items on there, you have to ship within 2 days, and then it takes a few days to get to the people, and then it's usually a couple days after that. So it's up to 5 to 7 days before you get paid for the items that you sold. But when you get to 1,000 sales on Whatnot, you are eligible then at that point to get instant payout, which would be a complete game changer for me, because it would be a weekly income at that point. Then everything I did and sold, I would just get paid for it. And I ship out. You have to ship out within 2 days, so that works out too. It is frustrating to have to wait like 7-8 days to get paid, even though they force you to ship within 2 days. I don't mind the shipping within 2 days. I like people to get their stuff. I want it out. I want it to be gone and gone to their new homes. So that's fine with me. But, on Instagram, when you sell, usually I get paid the next day by people. That's because it's all through me. I'm invoicing them the next day. And so far, I have had no problems with people just paying their bill right then. There's, on Whatnot, you get paid, they get charged, the buyers, they get charged instantly for the money, right? So then, but it doesn't get given to us until they've gotten the item. A couple days go by, and then, and then you finally get paid. But on Instagram, you get paid the very next day, and shipping is up to 2 weeks on Instagram. I don't take 2 weeks. There have been occasions where I had to because of family emergencies or something, but I try my hardest to get them out within a few days of when I do the sale. So just because I'm trained that way, I'm used to it. eBay, you have to have your stuff out within 3 to 4 days. Whatnot, you got a couple days. So I'm used to my brain is kind of trained to get it out. I did take this vase, and I recently sold it in a Whatnot auction. So I did I think I get a few items from right here. I'm trying to see around to see what I took. That was Waterford, I believe, but I didn't take it just because it was so big, and it clear glass, takes longer to sell. Every Waterford piece I've ever got, I have sold. Yes. I was being picky this day. I just had to be picky, and I was picking and choosing what I was going to take. So I more look for colorful items. I feel like, okay, there it is. That red vase with the rings, I did take that because it's cased glass, red and white, and has rings on it, and it's pretty art glass. I rested it on my chest. It was pretty. So I did take that too. I feel like I'm forgetting like an amethyst piece somewhere. Let me look around. Let's see for a second. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I see it in the back. There it is. Now, this vase is an amethyst, and I loved it. It was so pretty, and when I cleaned it, it was so pretty, and then I accidentally dropped it, and it broke. I was so angry at myself for that because it was fantastic. Amethyst glass always does well for me. So, anyway, so recently I did an auction trying to get to that 1,000 mark. I did one this past Friday. When I took this video, it was weeks ago. But this past Friday, which would have been like the June 9th, I did an auction with the sole purpose of moving items. I did put everything on sale. I was trying to get those 47 giveaway marks back so that I could be, because I'm trying to, once I get to that 1,000 and I get instant pay, that's where I was trying to get. So now that I needed to make up those 47 giveaways that I had did. So yeah, so last Friday I did this sale, and I even titled it "Help Me Get to 1,000 Sales," and I lowered all the prices, and it went really well. I sold 38 items. So, and like the week before that, I had also did an auction and sold like 15 or something. So once all these items will get to the post office and they get to the people, then the item, it's complete. Then the orders are complete. And then my number will change and I should get up there to the 1,000. But I won't know. It hasn't changed yet, so I'm assuming I got to wait till it gets to the customers and they, and then the order will become complete. So yeah, it's a whole thing. And I really can't wait for that to happen. Now I got to wait. The stuff went out today, so now I got to wait a couple days for them to get to everybody. So by the end of the week, hopefully I will be in the 1,000 range mark. I do have a sale on Wednesday, the 13th on Instagram with some ladies that I didn't remember I had, but they reminded me yesterday that I have it. So, I'm going to do a live sale there. And, I realize I'm not, talking that I'm just, when I come across something that I'm going to take, I'll talk about it. But mostly these videos, this day I was going to so many stores. I was, by the end, sometimes I don't remember everywhere I got stuff, unless I rewatch all the videos, which I do end up doing. I picked those up because I saw another one on another shelf and I put them all together. Just so, their family, when somebody finds them, they'll take them all, not just one or two. And they might not have known the other one was there. So every Goodwill always has these racks that have like a zillion clear items. I do only mostly look for crystal items when I look at the clear, or some unique shape if they have that. So, okay, I'm going to look around a little bit more and I will get back to you. All right, so that's what we got right here. Very cool. I won't be fooled by you again. Lots of stuff. So, I was looking around some more and I did find, I don't often get clear stuff items, but I did like this vase that I found. It had a crane kind of bird on it, and it kind of reminded me of like Orifer's glass. So I got it. I think it was like $3.99 or something. I don't know. It was it was nicely made, but Orifer's usually is signed, and I couldn't find a signature, and I still couldn't find one. But I've looked it up. I haven't really been able to find anything on it, but I still think it's a nice vase that has a bird on it. And yeah, I don't have any doubt that I'll sell it. I don't know what I'll sell it for or anything. I thought when I picked up this bowl it might be Fire and Ice, but it's not. And I saw the bigger version of it down on the bottom shelf, or on one of the bottom shelves. And anyway, yeah, I always look. Fire and Ice is like, it's rare to find. I remember it being one of the first pieces of glass that I found in the wild was Fire and Ice. That there was a toothpick holder, and I sold it in a lot with other toothpick holders in a prior auction recently. All right, I'm going to get out of here. See you next time.
Worth falling for. Oh, and with open arms I'll carry yours.